Welcome back to News at Noon on ABC 36 News Now.
Hey friends, welcome back in. Mike Norris is a local author from Eastern Kentucky, has been praised by many of Kentucky's very best writers. His books promote the might of words and reading and encourage children to be proud of their dialect, to be proud of where they're from.
Absolutely. And here to share more about his work is author Mike Norris. Thank you so much for stopping in today, Mike. We appreciate it.
Good to be here.
Okay, so let's talk about your books and the illustrations in particular, too, in the book. They're carved illustrations. Explain what that is and why it's so special.
Special partnership here.
Well, unique is a word that's very frequently misused. It means one of a kind. People say, well, it's fairly unique. No, it either is or it isn't. And these books are unique. We had the library staffs of Center College and University of Kentucky. Look, there are no other books made by wood carvings by a famed folk artist. And Minnie Adkins, who's been carving since she was 10 years old, she's now 90, carves and paints these figures. I photographed them for the books, and for our last one, Appalachian Melodies, she made more than 200 carvings.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And going strong in her 90s there.
Going strong
5 days a week of work.
5 days a week.
I love it. What an inspiration. Mike, tell us a little bit about this series of books and what you set out to accomplish with them.
Well, we have 5 books, and these last 3, the Mommy Goose series, and I should distinguish. People will sometimes ask, what's the difference between Mommy Goose and Mother Goose? Well, Mother Goose is an English bird. She's hundreds of years old.
Okay.
Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water.
Right.
Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet eating her curds and whey. We don't hear much about tuffets in Kentucky.
No.
No, we don't.
And I've never had curds and whey for breakfast and hope I never
No,
will.
that's right.
But Mommy Goose is an eastern Kentucky bird. When I grew up in Jackson County, we didn't have any mothers. A 65-year-old man say, I got to go check on Mommy.
Yes.
And so that's where Mommy Goose comes from. Now, Mommy Goose has the major theme of her books is the magic and the might of words. But she has other themes: conflict, kindness, time. But just to give you a flavor of how she begins, in the first Mommy Goose book, there's, like, you see about the author, it says about Mommy Goose. It says, Mommy Goose is an Appalachian bird. Like cows love corn, she loves words. She says corn can be yellow, blue, or white, and words change colors in different light. To talk like your flock is no disgrace. Just use the right word in the right place.
I like that.
Wow, that is powerful.
So as you said, as you may have noticed, when you get outside of Kentucky, the way we speak in Kentucky is not greatly celebrated in many other parts of the country. But Mommy Goose takes a different tack on that.
Yes, I love that. I really do. Now, you're also a musician too, right?
I do.
Now, do you
music.
include music in your books as well?
Yes, I write a song to go with each book, and the words and music in the back of each book. And when Minnie and I, or sometimes just me, when we do programs, it's always a combination of music and storytelling. I play harmonica and guitar and sing.
Very good.
And so music is part of it. And I will mention this, that you brought up music. I'll brag on it a little bit. About a year ago, a Grand Ole Opry veteran, Jeff Parker, recorded one of my songs called You Don't Need to Be Improved with his band, Jeff Parker and Company, and it made #1 on the Bluegrass Today chart.
Well, look at that.
Congrats.
So,
that's fantastic.
That's, Mommy was pleased about that too.
I'm sure she was.
I'm sure. Where can folks get your books? Because it sounds like there's great messages in here for our young people and older folks alike in around Kentucky.
They can get them locally here at Joseph Beth Booksellers. They can get them at fine websites everywhere, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Walmart. They can also order them from the University Press of Kentucky website.
I love it. Well, I want to meet Mommy Goose.
Yes, I do too. We need to have her on the show.
We grew up with Mother Goose. I need a little Mommy Goose in my life.
That's right. Well, Mike, go ahead.
Well, let me tell you one other thing, because I gave you the introduction to Mommy Goose. I do want to make the point that some of these rhymes are funny and light, and I think that gets the kids into it. but some of them deal with issues that are a little more serious. And you would have to be living in a cave and way back in a cave not to know that the time we're living in right now is a time of a lot of conflict and tumult.
Yes.
And when I grew up in Jackson County, we had our own way of looking at groups. Any group that looked a little different, acted a little different, sounded a little different, even though we may have never met them in person, we kind of put them over in the other category. And that was us and them. Mommy Goose takes a little different approach to that. And in Us and Them, a short poem I'll share with you, she says, "We are us and they are them. She is her and he is him. I am me and you are you, and they can be no less than two. But what if with some magic trick, us and them would make a switch, and we could learn to not forget the them is us we haven't met. Then all the we might come to trust that there's no them, but only us."
Oh, wow.
Great
Love
message.
that.
A message for everyone.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Thank you.
Mike, thank you so much for coming
Thanks
in.
for
We
sharing
appreciate
that
it.
with us.
I've enjoyed it.
So important.
Yes.
Back with more. Stay with us.